Jurassic World Rebirth isn't just the worst Jurassic movie ever made. I think it might be the most pointless movie of the decade. Picture this: I just clocked out, raced to the theater, grabbed my overpriced popcorn, and sat down, ready to relive a piece of childhood magic. I was expecting dinosaurs, awe, nostalgia, the works. But what I got was 2 painful hours of disappointment. This wasn't a movie. It was a disaster in HD. Do you remember the original Jurassic Park? It was a magical blend of science, suspense, and wonder, something that Rebirth managed to be the total opposite of. It makes me question why they even tried. I mean, no one wants to feel like they are stuck in a dystopian corporate dream, which most of us already kinda are. Oh, the plot, you asked? It sucked, if you can even call it a plot. So grab your stale microwave popcorn, kick back, and get ready to listen to me tell you all the reasons why this so-called movie not only disappointed fans, but also enraged them. Let's start with the nostalgia bait. Normally, nostalgia is added to enhance the plot, give it that little spaz it deserves, not to try to distract us from how bad the movie is. But they somehow managed to mess that up too. I started to take notice of it when they dragged out these iconic callbacks like they were trying to shoot Cupid's bow through our hearts. Even the iconic mirror shot from Jurassic Park felt forced and unnatural, like they were just ticking off a long checklist of nostalgic moments rather than actually contributing to the story. One guy thought slapping a 90s memory on screen would somehow save the movie from itself, and another guy was stupid enough to go along with it. But by far the worst offense, it was the music. John Williams' score is one of the most iconic film scores ever, but here it was used as background noise for a dinosaur sneezing on someone. Yes, you heard that right. A dinosaur sneeze. I don't even think I could have made that up if I tried. A plot that collapses under itself. Now, the plot, or rather, the plot they thought we wouldn't notice. Are you ready? Yeah? Take a deep breath and brace yourself. A biotech firm decides to extract dinosaur DNA to cure heart disease. They might as well have named it Jurassic World Cardiology. No, seriously, that's actually the premise. What happened to creating killer theme parks and running from dinosaurs? Now we're curing heart conditions with T-Rex DNA? This is what we're doing with the Jurassic franchise? And just when you think it can't get dumber, hold my popcorn, because it does. First, they've got a chopper on standby. But what do? Take a boat. I mean, hey, why not make things harder, right? You've got a helicopter at your disposal, but you're sailing around like you're in Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, sure, let's go with that. So there I am, sitting in the theater, popcorn in hand. And then, out of nowhere, here comes the Snickers wrapper subplot. I kid you not, the camera lingers on it like it's going to somehow be important later, and I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, this is just embarrassing at this point. The wrapper? It doesn't mean a damn thing. It's like the movie tried to make something out of nothing, as if we'd all be sitting there whispering, "Oh, that wrapper, that's going to tie it all together." I almost wanted to stand up and shout, "You've got dinosaurs, people! Why are we focusing on snack wrappers?" But, of course, I just sat back and shook my head in disbelief. And character development? Where? Literally where? Someone pass me a magnifying glass so I can take a look at the smallest speck of hope that this movie got something right. But nope. I was let down again as I was halfway done with my flat soda. Beloved Scarlett Johansson's character, a geneticist with a mysterious past who somehow manages to switch personalities more times than she changes outfits. One minute she's this brilliant, borderline mad scientist, then she transforms into a rebellious loner. Oh, and out of nowhere, she's Mom of the Year. And before you can even process that, she might as well be a dinosaur herself. It's like they couldn't decide what she was supposed to be, so they just threw in every cliché they could think of. Is she a genius? A rebel? A mom? Who knows? She's all of the above, and none of them at the same time. Mahershala Ali? He's here too. And while I love the guy, watching him in this felt like watching someone read IKEA instructions aloud, uninvested, and just reading the lines. Yes, he's a talented actor, but he was totally wasted in this movie. Something I didn't hear others talk about much was the diverse modern family subplot, because who doesn't love a little forced family drama in their action movie? We've got the kid with anxiety, the stepdad who's learning to love again, how cute, and the dog who barks at the villain like it's supposed to be deep. That also pretty much failed. The family has zero bonding skills, and they just felt awkward. It's like they're all just there to fill some diversity quota and check off another box on the scriptwriter's list. And then I started to ponder a bit, what exactly is this movie trying to be? An action movie? A survival thriller? A corporate drama? A sci-fi satire? It's like someone threw 4 completely different films into a blender, hit blend, and then hoped the score would somehow glue it all together into something remotely coherent. There's one scene with Duncan. He has a flare in his hand, facing down a raptor. It should be a moment of pure tension. I'm talking heart-pounding, edge-of-your-movie theater seat stuff. Instead, it feels like a parody. The music swells, the raptor gives him that terrifying stare. And then Duncan slips and falls into a wheelbarrow full of genetically enhanced lettuce. Instead of gripping my seat, I was dying laughing, and not in a good way. I laughed a little too loud. I think I choked on a kernel of popcorn, actually. It's almost like the filmmakers wanted us to take this seriously, but the scene plays out like a blooper reel you'd see on YouTube. It's like the film can't decide if it wants to be Jurassic Park or Jurassic Park meets The Office. Either way, it's a mess. Fake themes, missed opportunities. Then I thought this movie might have a chance. Rebirth tries to say something deep. It wants to tackle the dirty truth behind Big Pharma. More specifically, its greed. It feels like it has a message, right? But here's the problem. The themes aren't woven into the story. They're just there. Mentioned once, then dropped, never to be seen again. Take Dolores, the AI that supposedly controls the island. We're supposed to care about her, right? She's introduced as a big player in the plot, and then forgotten halfway through the movie. It's like the filmmakers realized they didn't know what to do with her, so they just moved on. Delulu much? Then there's the whole open source DNA thing. Now I was on the edge of my seat, biting down on my straw. But what do you know? Another false promise. We were given a glimpse of it like, wow, this could be a major plot point, right? But nope, never explored. It's just another idea tossed aside without so much as a second thought. And please don't even get me started on the global extinction warnings. They might have been important if they weren't played off as a joke and then completely abandoned. One minute, we're being warned about the fate of humanity, and the next, gone. How unorganized can a movie be? It's like the movie tried to juggle too many issues but couldn't commit to any of them. Instead of a thought-provoking narrative, we get a scattered mess of half-thought-out ideas. And fans? Oh, they didn't hold back. Trust me when I say they made sure they were vocal with how they felt. Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, you name it, they were all flooded with memes tearing into everything from the cringeworthy script to the questionable CGI. Honestly, it was a roast session, a well-deserved one at that. Some people even walked out halfway through the screening. Yeah, you read that right. Mid-screening. How bad does a movie have to be for people to toss out their food and drinks just to go home? You know it's bad when even the kids want to leave. Not even gonna lie, I wanted to join them too. Did you hear about the comparisons to Dominion? That was the cherry on top. Somehow, Rebirth made Dominion look like The Godfather. Let that sink in. Fans were actually looking back at Dominion like, hey, that wasn't so bad, right? Because Rebirth managed to strip away everything fans loved about the franchise and replace it with absolute chaos. When your audience starts rooting for the dinosaurs to win, you know you've lost the plot. Literally. The movie turned into a countdown for when the raptors were finally going to eat everyone and put us all out of our misery. At that point, the dinosaurs were the only ones with a clear sense of purpose. And at the end of the movie, I realized that not only did I waste my time, but I was left with a bigger price to pay. And that was my sanity. The amount of mental gymnastics and loopholes I had to go through to try to understand this film was, well, sad. There was just no soul, no vision in this movie. The movie didn't just suck, It left fans disappointed and kinda angered. I don't know if it left me angry per se, but it definitely did leave me sleepy. I woke up in a blurry haze with little kids making dinosaur noises, but then I realized I dozed off halfway during the movie, in the theater. So maybe it was that bad? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Like and subscribe for more.